Thank you, Molly. The one and only Tank Davis with me right now, one of the best fighters on the planet Earth. Tank, good to see you. Why this fight? What has he done to deserve to be in the ring against you?
He's a world champion himself. He's coming up with the dare to be great. So we fought before, so it's history. It's history in that. There's two guys that's trying to be great.
A lot of people said they talked about y'all background with one another, how familiar you guys are with one another. Talk about that for a second. How well do you know him on a personal level in terms of your associations through the ranks, in terms of your boxing career?
I don't know that, personally,
right.
But through the boxing, we came up together and things like that. We had similar, friends and things like that in the boxing world. We fought before, so I'm familiar with his fighting style and things like that. Well,
Gervonta Davis delivers a chilling warning to Shakur Stevenson, but it's not loud or reckless. It's calm, precise, and almost surgical, which makes it hit even harder.
Yeah, we sparred before.
Can we ever expect a fight?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's going to be one of the biggest fights in the world.
No cap.
I feel like how they talking about Earl and Bud Crawford, I feel like me and Tank going to be basically 2.0 of that.
Yeah.
Probably even bigger than that. So
that Earl and Bud, who you got?
I think it's a great fight. I ain't going to pick no.
Tank didn't need to rant or hype it up. He simply laid it out with quiet confidence, like someone who already sees the outcome before the fight even starts.
A lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you're going to get hit.
When he speaks about facing champions, chasing greatness, you can hear the respect. But beneath it is a quiet confidence, like he's been here before and already knows how the story ends.
Fights and I'm naming names. One of the guys, obviously, you and Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you feel like that's easy work? Yeah, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like it.
Then he subtly draws the line, bringing up how fighters lean on sparring stories to build hype before a fight. You can feel the warning woven into his words. Because when Tank says that kind of talk only fuels him, it's not just a reflection, it's a message aimed straight at Shakur, without even needing to say his name.
He might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur.
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of something, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football.
He makes it clear that experience matters, timing matters, and most importantly, knowing when you're truly ready matters. Tank is basically saying you can have all the skills, the hype, and the technical brilliance in the world, but once you step in there with him, it becomes a completely different reality. And that's what really stands out.
Boxing, and he get a lot of knockouts that people kind of making it like, if you ain't doing what Tank doing, then they gonna say it's boring. Do you feel like it's because of how his style is that they kind of putting that on you, like wanting you to do that?
People is blessed with different ability. He's blessed with a God-given ability that he crack you 9 times out of 10, you gonna go down. That's his ability.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with God-given eyes. A lot of people don't understand how good my eyes is. I can see really good. Like punches coming my way, I know how to get away from them.
Right.
At any given time. Our abilities are just different, so they probably are judging me from a scale of him, but at the end of the day, he's a great fighter. He's a special fighter, but I'm special.
He's not dismissing Shakur's ability. He's questioning whether he truly understands what he's stepping into. It's that same energy Tank has shown before. Calm on the surface, but dangerous underneath, like a storm that doesn't need to announce itself. And if you're Shakur hearing that, it's more than confidence. It's a reminder that Tank sees himself as the final level, not just another opponent.
He thinks that Tank is gonna go in there and just knock out Shakur. It's gonna
That's not gonna happen.
But it didn't take. It shouldn't have taken this fight.
I knew he couldn't.
For people to realize.
Yeah.
Right.
I knew that too. But yeah,
Shakur is a defensive specialist.
And I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist.
And just as Tank delivers that quiet, calculated warning, like a man who already sees the ending, Roy Jones Jr. steps in and flips the entire narrative with a legendary perspective that makes you pause. Roy isn't shouting or picking sides emotionally. He's breaking it down like someone who's seen every level of greatness before. And when he says Shakur beats Tank right now, it's not disrespect, it's a diagnosis.
On outside the ring, but who wins that fight right now in your opinion?
Right now, Shakur wins it because of his discipline. Because he showed against Teofimo that he can stay very disciplined all night, and he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally, so it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring, it's exercised.
He's pointing straight at discipline, and the way he connects it both inside and outside the ring is what really stands out. That's something fans don't always consider. Roy Jones Jr. is basically saying Shakur fights the same way he lives, controlled, sharp, no wasted movement, no chaos, and at the same time, he looks at Gervonta Davis and makes it clear. Don't get it twisted. This guy is dangerous. But sometimes the outside noise creeps in and affects what happens inside the ring. That's not a skill issue. It's a focus issue. And coming from Roy, that hits different. But here's where it gets interesting. Roy doesn't just crown Shakur Stevenson and walk away. He immediately adds that if Tank is fully locked in and disciplined, he's a problem for anybody. And that's what makes this fight feel like a true coin flip, with serious consequences.
Being like it is right now, I would lean towards Shakur because of his discipline, but don't get it twisted. If somebody could beat him, Tank Davis would be that person because of his intangibles. When Tank is disciplined and got his mind on right, Tank's a problem for anybody. Because Tank can fight better than most people think he can. It's just that sometimes his outside antics get the better of him, and it makes people.
One man brings surgical precision, the other brings fight-ending chaos. Roy Jones Jr. is basically telling us this isn't just about skill, it's about mindset on that specific night. When he talks about Shakur Stevenson taking Teofimo Lopez to school, he's saying this isn't just a fighter who wins, he educates elite opponents in real time. But then you picture Gervonta Davis in there, patiently waiting, timing one shot, and suddenly flipping the entire narrative in a second. That's what makes this fight so dangerous. It's not about who's better overall. It's about who shows up as the best version of themselves when it matters most.
Four division champion already. Still looking to get more. Show that he has all the tools, all the tactics. Stay cool under pressure. Proved a lot of things. Took a good fighter and took him to school. And that's what great fighters do. So it's like, you got to give him his props. Excellent outcome. Had shots out to Teofimo too, but taking a fight at that risk at that time in his career because that was a high risk.
Terrence Crawford points out that Gervonta Davis often gets touched in the early and mid rounds, sometimes even falling behind before flipping the switch. Against most opponents, that's part of the script. But Crawford raises a real question. What happens when the guy in front of you doesn't give you that moment? What happens when Shakur Stevenson is moving, reading everything, and shutting it all down like a firewall with gloves on? That comparison to Floyd Mayweather Jr. isn't random either. Crawford is basically saying we've seen this before. People call it boring until they realize they can't land a clean shot. Then he brings up Keyshawn Davis too, like a warning not to get comfortable. There's another problem rising in real time, and that's when it really hits. This isn't just Tank versus Shakur anymore. It's a whole new wave of fighters who don't play by the same rules now the question becomes. Yeah, Tank has that equalizer. But what if there's nothing to equalize?
Shakur, that's the fight. Everybody want to see that. That's the 50-50, I think, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying 50-50. I told both of them that. That's a toss-up to me. No bias. Don't just say that because it's your man. Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Like, boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
we gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. But boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected.
And just as Crawford lays it out like a quiet storm, basically warning that Tank might be swinging at shadows all night if Shakur locks in a rhythm. The Porterway crew jumps in, turning it into a full-on debate where nobody fully agrees, yet everyone makes sense at the same time. Point one voice says, asterisk Shakur beats him. Asterisk calm, confident, no hesitation. Another immediately counters, asterisk, hold on, y'all haven't even seen the best version of Tank yet. Asterisk in that, right there, is the scariest argument in boxing. The mythical final form we haven't seen, sounding impossible until it isn't. Then they start breaking it down like a chess match. They're not arguing toughness, they're arguing tempo. One side says Shakur's defense and punch volume wins over 12 rounds. The other says Tank doesn't need volume. He only needs one perfect moment. And suddenly we're back at the same haunting question. Asterisk what happens when precision meets patience, with raw power hiding in the background like a plot twist?
Shakur's a different fighter. You know, Shakur's different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. I will pick Shakur because I don't believe Tank will be able to land those big shots on Shakur like he does everybody else.
Right.
Shakur defense.
Then Porter steps in with that seasoned, been there perspective, breaking down the what-if moments. And just like that, the energy shifts because now it's not just skill being tested, it's unknown territory that he's asking. What happens if Shakur gets touched clean for the first time? Not grazed, not tapped, but clipped, timed perfectly by Tank-level precision. They bring up Barrios as an example. Proof that Tank has been tested, been in deep waters, and figured it out mid-fight. But Shakur? He's been so clean, so controlled, it almost feels like we're waiting for someone to disrupt the equation just to see how he reacts. Then predictions start flying, stoppage, decision, draw. No one agrees, and somehow that makes the fight feel even bigger. When they say it's the best fight in boxing, that's not hype, that's reality. This isn't just styles clashing. This is philosophies colliding.
Davis, all he takes is one shot. He's a very patient fighter. He doesn't throw a lot of shots, but every shot he throws, he makes them count.
I said that's the best chess match in boxing.
Definitely.
I was getting ready to say, I'm going with Tank in 12.
He stops him in 12?
No.
Decision.
12-round decision.
He stops. I got him stopping Shakur 11.
So when you step back and really take it all in, the Tank versus Shakur conversation stops being a simple who wins debate and becomes something much deeper that you've got Tank moving like a video game finisher. Calm, patient, waiting for that one opening to end everything in a flash. Meanwhile, Shakur is out here playing chess, already reading the final chapter, controlling space, controlling tempo, making elite fighters look like they showed up to the wrong exam. Then you've got voices like Roy Jones Jr. saying, asterisk discipline tips the scale. Asterisk Terrence Crawford warning that Tank's biggest weapon might not even land. And Porter reminding us that one clean, perfectly timed moment can rewrite everything we thought we knew. And that's the beauty of it. Nobody is completely right, but nobody is wrong either. This fight isn't about resumes or highlight reels anymore.
Both fighters box. I think it's a match made in heaven. It's the match made in heaven.
Now I close my eyes and I'm thinking, I'm watching Shakur fight, man. Those more punches than Tank.
Yeah. That could be a problem for him.
It could be a problem. And the thing about it is, his defense is good. If it goes the distance.
It's about identity. Does precision break power, or does power interrupt perfection? That's the question at the heart of all this noise. And honestly, that's why this fight feels bigger than belts or rankings. It's a statement about what boxing really is at the highest level.
Y'all don't nobody want to hear draw, but it's gonna be.
Who you
and
taking?
this is gonna be a straight up.
I got an 11-round stoppage by Tank.
Tank. If he don't stop him, who you gonna give it to?
I got Tank 8-4.
He says draw. I say Shakur throws more
Our guest
punches.
is on the line.
If we go 12 rounds, I think Shakur got it.
One moment, sir.
Okay. I think Shakur got it. If it goes 12.
Yeah.
Because he throws more punches.
Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. See you in the next one.